Carl Kenton. I am instructing in the use of internet search engines. A search engine is a company, really, that puts a index of websites into a database and allows you to look through their database for the information you feel will be relevant for your project or your search. So Google, of course, is one of the most familiar, and I'm going to compare Google's results to a few of the other search engines that are out there. My estimate is that there are over 1,000 search engines that one can use to find information on the internet. And so exploring these various search engines as to the results can help you decide which is the best for your purposes. Remember this, that Google and the other search engines all list the various results according to their own preferences. In other words, there's a prejudice or a bias that's built into each of the search engines. Why is that the case? Well, there are various reasons I don't want to get into right now. One of them is economic, because people can pay money to these companies to get their hits of their sites higher in the listing of the results. So keep that in mind as well. And also political views. Google tends to be a liberal type of result compared to maybe some of the other web search engines. Let's take a look and see what Google comes up with when we go ahead and type in something that we're looking for. Now, for the classes I teach about computer use in a law office, it's good to type in something that pertains to the topics that we cover. One of the topics we cover is e-discovery. So I'm going to type in e-discovery, and then one of the topics that we cover in e-discovery pertain to hash numbers. So I'm going to type that in and hit enter. And as we wait for the results here, we can see that we have a number of them already appearing. Here is hash e-discovery team, a hash e-discovery team WordPress, Ackerman Centrist. Now you can see a couple things about the results. They have dates, a lot of these. Here's 2007, 2012, 2011. So you can see that they're not really placed in a chronological hit order. But Google does permit you, after you've done an initial search, to filter the results. And to do that in Google, you come up under Search Tools and click there. And what will result will be these options here. All results, anytime, here's St. Louis, Missouri. So you can change where the results come from and so on. But let's take a look at the anytime. So this means any year going back in the history of the internet. But let's say we wanted something more pertinent. Maybe in the last month we want to see what may be posted out there regarding the hash information. And we click there, and then you see here's 2014. Get e-discovery ready, druva.com. And you can tell that these particular hits are ads. In other words, these companies have paid Google to get their listings up at the top of this result. We come down here, however, and now we can see that these are sorted by date, November 18th. What is a computer files hash value? And it's from a company called percipient.co. Here's one, Next Gen eDiscovery Law Tech blog. That's from blog.x1discovery. And this one, though, does say of 2007 as a result. Now here's another one, 2014. So some of these filters by date are not exactly accurate. but this one here is a more recent one, Blackstone's discovery. So I'm not going to really look at the content of any of these. I want to compare the results that we have here with regard to Google to some of the other search engines. I'm going to click backwards to go back to the unfiltered results. So I'm going to go back in here and just type eDiscovery hash numbers, and this is what I get without filtering by date and time and so on. So let's go over to Bing. I'm going to just copy this, Control C on the keyboard after I've highlighted it, and go to Bing, which is Microsoft's search engine to the internet. I'm going to click in here and paste in the same exact text I'm searching for. And now we can compare the results between the Google hit list and the Bing hit list. And we can take a look at what we have here. I'm going to go back to flip back and forth. So the first hit that I have is this hash eDiscovery team on the Google site. If I go back to Bing, I have hash eDiscovery team. So I've got basically the same. Now the second one in Bing is hash the new Bates stamp eDiscovery team download. If I go back to Google and take a look at the second one, I have a different result here that compares the so you compare the Bing versus the eDiscovery. Now I'm going to go over to Yahoo, and I'm going to type in the same, paste in the same hit numbers, words, and we can compare the results here. We can go to DuckDuckGo and paste in the words. We can compare the results here. And then the last one one of the last ones is iQuick search engine. I'm going to paste it into there and search the results here. And then we have one more, it's Dogpile searching. Command V and paste that in and go fetch the results there. So if you want to pause this video, go back and forth, you can see by comparing the uppermost results of each of these search engines the differences between the hits. And you might decide, well, I think one of these search engines is better for me when I'm searching for eDiscovery information based on the results that are returned.